Vanakkam and Namaskara and a very warm welcome to Times Now's Election Yatra. I'm Pratibha Chandran and it's time for the political thriller of 2026. We are going to see the 5 state elections that are going to have repercussions across the country. This is about regional supremacy, a test for the India bloc and a lot that the NDA is hoping for as well. As always, in Times Now's Election Yatra, we travel the length and breadth of the states, and these elections, of course, in the vibrant and politically aware states is not just about the political rallies, speeches or campaigns. It's also about the people, which is why we are going to hit the ground, speak to the people, and as always get you the culture of the states as well. And when we speak about culture, as you can see around me, Tamil Nadu, how can we not speak about Bharatnatyam that dates to 2000 years ago, starting from the temples, and today the Sushobhana Classical Art Academy gets us this beautiful performance, after which we talk about what to expect. Bharatnatyam is the perfect blend of devotion and storytelling. It's the pride and culture of Tamil Nadu. Vanshika and Tejshri, thank you very much for joining us. And this is how we're going to bring the culture. If you saw the beauty of Bharatnatyam, now let's now talk about the dance of democracy as well. What can we expect in Tamil Nadu after a lot of political upheaval? What is it going to be? Are the people happy with the government in the state? Are they looking for a change? And what happens with the AIADMK and the BJP coming together this time around in the elections? And is Vijay going to be a factor or not? All of that and more in the episode. We speak to the people to find out the pulse, and of course after which we also go to Kerala, where we speak about the LDF and UDF fight as well. First up, as we are in this beautiful city of Chennai, let's talk about what to expect in Tamil Nadu.
set for a three-way battle in Tamil Nadu, a state that has long witnessed a battle between two Dravidian giants. The DMK has dominated the last few elections, even most recently the 2026 Lok Sabha elections. The AIA-DMK camp has struggled after a turbulent last few years. Even the decision to split with the BJP ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha polls did not yield the dividends they expected. This time, the AIA-DMK and the BJP are back together, looking to take on the DMK. But this time, the Dravidian parties are not alone, as actor-turned-politician Vijay has stepped in to make this a three-horse race. The battlefield is getting increasingly crowded, and that's why we are here on the ground to find out what the people of Tamil Nadu really think.
So let's tell you where the election Yatra bus or our studio on wheels is going to visit. We are coming to a constituency that you belong to, every single place, and of course Dharani has been getting us all the details from across Tamil Nadu. So Dharani, let's just take a look at where all we will be going and the key issues there as well that we will be covering. Currently, of course, we are here in Chennai, in the north part of Tamil Nadu, and we are going to be covering all of these places: Vellore, Tiruvannamalai, Kanchipuram, Villupuram, and Dharani. I think, in each region across Tamil Nadu, the issues are also completely different.
Of course, definitely. If we look at West Tamil Nadu, that is districts such as Tirupur, Erode, Salem, Coimbatore, Namakkal, etc. These districts fall under the western region of Tamil Nadu, and of course agriculture is the primary way of lifestyle over there. And of course Coimbatore is especially known for MSMEs. There is a lot of MSMEs in Coimbatore, and the MSME community, they've been facing a lot of issues in recent times, especially with the electricity price hike. And also if we look at the southern region, districts such as Tuticorin, Ramanathapuram, Sivaganga, Pudukkottai, Tanjavur, all these districts will fall under the southern region. And as far as southern region is concerned, industrial growth has been a problem for these districts. The southern Tamil Nadu, they've always felt that they've not got as many industries as the western region.
Yes.
So if we look at all the political parties, be it the ruling Dravida Munnetra Kalagam or the ADMK or any political party in Tamil Nadu, in recent times they've been talking a lot about how there needs to be better industrial growth in the southern region. And in fact, the Chief Minister has also, in his multiple campaigns, he has spoken about how his party, if voted to power again, how they'll work towards improving the industrial growth here in southern region. So that will definitely play a very crucial role in deciding the voter mindset.
So you spoke about the multiple regions, also of course the Kaveri region as well. This is also very significant, and I think it's a DMK stronghold as well. Yeah. Are the issues there, especially water, agrarian area as well, are there issues there that still remain unresolved? And in multiple of these areas as well, apart from the day-to-day issues that you spoke about, I'm sure caste equations also play a very important role, isn't it?
Well, definitely. If we look at the Kaveri Delta region, that is districts such as Tanjavur, Tiruvarur, etc. So here the main employment is based out of agriculture, and the Mekatatu issue will definitely play a very crucial role in deciding the voter mindset, because for many decades now the farmers in the Kaveri Delta region, they've been saying that they're not getting sufficient water from the Kaveri river, that Karnataka is not releasing them a sufficient amount of water for irrigation. And of course, both the Dravidian giants, be it the DMK or the ADMK, they've been telling that they are trying as much as possible to resolve this dispute. And in fact, they are trying as much as possible to get a large quantity of water from Karnataka. But on the other hand, Karnataka government also has a lot of issues on their end.
Yes.
So this Mekatatu issue will definitely play a very crucial role in deciding the voter mindset in these districts, that is the Kaveri Delta districts. And
what you're telling us is there are issues, and of course this is also an issue that has been in the Supreme Court. But we spoke about the issues, how there is a lot of industrial growth in these areas. Tamil Nadu, of course, is also known to have a great economy, and we've had the Tamil Nadu as well make that point time and again. But I also want to talk a little bit about the culture. I think as we move from the north towards the south, the culture is also completely different, whether it is the art form, the food and everything.
Well, of course, definitely. Before coming to the culture, if we talk about the caste equations, the Gaunda community is the predominant community in the western region of Tamil Nadu, and we have to remember that ADMK's General Secretary and the leader of opposition, Edappadi Palaniswamy, he is from the Gaunda community. And former Tamil Nadu BJP chief K. Annamalai, he is also from the Gounder community. So they have a good support among the Gounders here in the western region. And if we look at the southern Tamil Nadu region, the Tevar community, that is the Mukkalathur community, is very predominant over here. And recently we saw, TTV Dinakaran of the AMMK joining forces with the NDA. So his inclusion in NDA will definitely, bring a good chunk of Tevar support towards the NDA. Okay. And we also have to remember that Tamil Nadu BJP chief Nayanar Nagendran, he is from Tirunelveli. He belongs to the Tevar community. So he will bring along a good chunk of Tevar vote along with him. So definitely the caste equations will definitely play a very crucial role in the impending assembly elections. And talking about culture, food, etc., if we talk about Madurai, that is known as the city of temples. Like Madurai is known for its culture, food and temples, and definitely, for anybody who goes to Madurai, we have to definitely try the parota, the solna, and the different types of non-vegetarian food they have. Madurai is known for food.
In fact, all of these places have different cultures, different food. Tamil Nadu is, of course, a temple city. We're going to be talking a lot about that as well. And, of course, not just Tamil Nadu, after which we will also be going to Kerala, where again from top we have Wayanad going up until from Thiruvananthapuram as well. Many interesting constituencies, interesting battles that are playing out. And through our entire show, we will be visiting, we will be on the ground, getting you the latest from there.
For the AIADMK, this is a battle the party cannot afford to lose. But Vijay seems to believe this is a battle only between the TVK and the DMK. So which way will this battle go? Team Times Now is here in Tamil Nadu to gauge the mood of the voters. Over the course of the campaign, we will traverse through the length and breadth of Tamil Nadu on a state-of-the-art election yatra bus, getting you the voices of the voters and the candidates. And while we try to beat the traffic and get to our destination in Chennai, let's tell you a bit about how our journey began in New Delhi. After all, the elections may be happening down south, but its ramification will certainly be felt in the national capital.
From the corridors of power in the seat of democracy here in the national capital, there's going to be one big political upheaval that's going to take place, the single most important political development of the year 2026, and that is the 5-state assembly elections. While the NDA government has been in power for the last 12 years, will it be able to consolidate and further expand its presence across different geographies of India? For the India Alliance too, it is very crucial because Pratibha, in at least 3 of those states, that is in West Bengal, in Tamil Nadu and in Kerala, key components of the India Alliance, that is the TMC, the DMK and left, will be on test. Will their popularity continue? Will be very significant, in fact, for the India Alliance as well. Pratibha.
Absolutely, because the victory there is also going to make an impact here. We are joining you from the national capital, from the seat of power. But these elections are one that the India bloc cannot afford to lose, because we've seen that this is going to be the biggest test. These are states, whether it is West Bengal, Tamil Nadu or Kerala, the BJP has attempted to make several inroads here. They've not been very successful there, although there have been small successes that have been witnessed. But can they really make a huge impact? In fact, for the BJP as well, Madhav, here allies are going to play a very important role, isn't it? For the India bloc, of course, this is going to be a big test. These are huge regional satraps that we're talking about, and it is their acid test. This is going to be the big test for them to prove their regional supremacy, not just against the India Alliance, but also, I think, within India.
If you're wondering where we are, right in front of course, Delhi's top landmarks over here, the Parliament's old and new buildings, as well as, of course, North and South Block. We're at Vijay Chowk, at the edge of Kartavya Path, and we're just bringing you a preview of what you can see and what you can expect aboard Times Now's Election Yatra.
Absolutely. So you're seeing the iconic locations behind us, and we are moving as we speak, and this is how all our election shows are going to be broadcast live for you. But today is a special day because, Madhav, we're also going to give our viewers a sneak peek into how all of this action is broadcast to them live.
This is Times Now specially created bus for this purpose. We're going to get you an insight into what really are the features of this bus. What will the difference be in terms of our programming and our special shows that we'll be bringing you from different parts of India? Pratibha.
So here is the bus, and I want our viewers to look at it very closely and identify it, because this is the studio on wheels that will be coming to your neighborhood, to a constituency that you belong to. And, we want to hear from you as well. So when you see this election Yatra bus in your constituency, in your area, through our social media handles, we will be giving out the message on where we will be coming, because we will be covering every constituency, every battleground. So our viewers can also come connect with us, so we will be speaking to our viewers as well. And this is Studio on the Wheels, and this has everything from the production control boardrooms which are inside, which will be broadcasting all the shows live to you. And also, Madhav, of course, we're going to have well-equipped cameras, 4-camera setting, covering every single issue, and we're going to be transmitting live broadcasts from your constituency, which means we're going to be taking issues while we speak to you, to the people and to the Janta, and of course we will be broadcasting it live from the very constituencies, from the ground.
So this, Pratibha, is Times Now's special election bus. It's of course got a screen over here to give our viewers the latest updates. It's equipped with these seats over here where you can do indoor programming in case it's rainy weather. But what we really also want to show you is the technical aspect of this. We can quickly turn around and show you. This is the PCR room, and you can see our technician here, one of our colleagues, is very clearly engaged with all the sound mixers, the audio mixers, the visual mixers, and this is the multicam output that they'll be getting, with which they'll be connected also to our head office in Noida, where the production facilities there will also be at play. So clearly an election studio, literally, Pratibha, that we are bringing to our viewers, which will bring high quality programming, broadcast quality programming from each and every town, each and every constituency that is headed to the polls.
Through this bus, we will be connecting to you, and we're also going to be having live debates, which means that you are also going to be participating. Not just will be speaking to the people there, but we're also going to have interactive debates, and this is where the bus really comes in, because apart from the spokespersons and us, anchoring from here and speaking from here, we are also going to have people who are going to be joining us live on the broadcast. If you're in your constituency and we come there, you can also join our debates.
And in fact, this entire wall is collapsible. We're just going to get our colleagues to show you how this goes down. An entire wall of the bus actually goes down and becomes the floor on which the debates can actually take place. You have your fresh stage on which you can go out and do all of these debates, and these are the debates that we'll be having in different parts of the country on this very bus, and this is what makes up the entire election yatra. This particular portion as well can move back. Isko thoda piche kariye, please. Can we show how we move this back, and thereby creating an entire space for the programming anytime we go, and requiring, of course, a huge amount of space. Debates do require a considerable amount of space. There are about 3-4 people typically at least who will be part of the debate, and this gives us a mobile studio platform that we can unfold, shoot, and then wrap up, and then again reshoot at another location.
You're going to see high-speed internet connectivity that also ensures that it reaches you. There is power backup, so we don't need to worry. There's never going to be that worry that, we've spoken now, are they actually going to take it or not? Because multiple times, I'm sure, Madhav, when you've covered elections as well, many people ask, we've spoken to you, we've given our views, will it actually go on air or not? So we can assure you this is all going to go live from your town or from your city.
So we're on the roof of Times Now's election yatra bus. We're at Parliament. You can see behind me the old Parliament building as well as the new Parliament building, and this is of course a landmark, the seat of power in the national capital. On my right are the north and south blocks, which of course used to house all the top of the most powerful ministries. They've of course shifted to the various Kartavya Bhavans and Seva Tirth behind me. It's going to be the same when we go to different parts of India. Television, of course, is all about visual representation, and Pratibha, me and all of our colleagues who are going to be bringing you the election yatra shows will be trying to showcase the various landmarks in different cities as we go. Weather permitting, of course, you'll be seeing not just the two of us, but a whole host of guests who will be standing atop this bus, and we'll be trying to get a sense of the political mood while soaking in the sights and sounds of that area. Pratibha.
Absolutely, with live visual mixers and our live console, with the audio mixers, the graphics, everything available here in our studio on the wheels. How is our show going to be different? How is Election Yatra going to be different? We are going to be getting the landmarks to you, and across Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal, there are some beautiful locations, many temple towns. You would have seen many of these visuals as the Prime Minister, the Chief Ministers visit these areas as well. We are going to have a vantage point really with this bus, where we are going to come to the landmarks near you in your location, and we will be speaking to you. And of course that is where it really comes in, because every day we're going to be in a different city getting those visuals live to you.
And as we enter Chennai, we decode who's ahead in this fierce fight of the urban voters. After all, Chennai is a city that is now facing stiff competition from neighbors Bengaluru and Hyderabad. Which party do they trust? We try to find the answers.
And as promised, we are in Chennai from this iconic location, and tomorrow we are going to be talking about the urban voters, the X factor for the parties, and of course the story of two Chennais as well, tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. For now, it's a wrap-up from the entire team: Manish, Sanjay, Sahil, Vikram, Anis, JP and Prithvi. We see you again tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.